and welcome back to another Doctor Who action figure review. I'm taking a look at the next exclusive B&M release, which is the History of the Daleks set, number 14, Revelation of the Daleks. It's 2 Necros Daleks. So we're skipping ahead from Resurrection into Revelation to the white and gold boys from Necros, and they've had quite a significant update compared to their previous release, which I think was probably the sound effects release from quite a few years ago now. But before we get into what makes these Daleks different, let's take a look at the packaging. So the figures come packaged in the new windowless window box affair, which we've seen with the previous History of the Daleks sets. And of course, the big thing to talk about is the new colour on the boxes. So the previous set, we had the blue. This time we have a very striking yellow, which I love. I think it's really, really eye-catching. And I think I'm okay in saying this. The different colours are to differentiate the different Doctors. So this is what Colin Baker's, the 6th Doctor's colour is. He's got bright yellow, much like his bright yellow trousers. And I'm guessing that the previous set was blue for Hartnell, or possibly blue for Davison. Who knows? I'm sure we'll find out as more figures are released over time. Much like with the other boxes, you've got the usual things. You've got the little diamond pop-outs. You've got the limited edition gold foil sticker. And then on the back of the box, you have the synopsis of the story, and of course, a little behind the scenes about the props. And then, much like with the newer releases, the Daleks are once again in a bubble attached to the back of the cardboard. So out of the box, we've got our 2 Daleks. This is a really good army builder pack for people who like their Necros Daleks. And like I said at the start, there've been some significant changes compared to their last release. So one of the first things, much like with the Death Zone Dalek, it's got this new piece here that lifts up all of the neck bin to give it that extra bit of height, which is great. It's painted gold, much like it is on the actual prop. Of course, one of the things to mention when talking about Daleks like this, and of course Remembrance Daleks, is that the skirts on those Daleks are different. They're actually steeper on the real props, but because of the way that these Dalek figures share a lot of the same parts, we don't have that here. So you don't get a 100% accurate silhouette, but I think by adding that little bit there, which not only finishes off the look of the upper half of those 80s Daleks, it does add that little bit of extra height. So it works in 2 ways. Other differences include a new eye stalk. The eye part on the end, it's far more spherical before it flattens out, and you've got the actual eyepiece, it sort of indents. Really difficult to get a picture on camera, but you can see it's indented, and then you've got the pupil within. The actual eye stalk itself is in that sort of off-white colour, and the discs are more of a pure white. The whole thing is in that off-white colour, and it looks lovely. It's that lovely sort of cream ivory colour. We have brand new dome lights. These are taller dome lights than the previous 70s dome lights that we've seen before. They look great. Again, very accurate to what we see in the episode. And then we have the lovely gold paintwork within the grille. Like I said, that new neck ring piece. We have the newer shoulder slats as well. I think the main difference with these shoulder slats is that the slats themselves are closer together than on previous Daleks. And these are really well painted. You've got the gold in between and then the cream slats on top. And then we have a new front piece as well on the front of the Dalek for the gun boxes, because we have a new longer oval, which again better matches these Necros Dalek props. So it's nice that they were able to update that as well. And then we have the standard gun stick and plunger arm. Again, these are finished in gold, the black on the plunger. And then of course you've got the gold gun stick as well with the cream ball joints. And then moving down, we've got the cream skirt with the gold hemispheres. Really nicely painted, no paint bleed, very neat and tidy. And then going down to the fender, in 2 parts, we've got the cream on the top and then the black at the base. And here they are compared to the previous Necros Dalek releases, one from the Forbidden Planet Revelation of the Dalek set that came out, I want to say about 2010, and then we've got the later SFX release. So they've gone through various changes over the years, from a more simple repaint to slight updates in terms of eye stalks and things like that, to what we have now, which is by far the closest and more accurate representation of these Necros Daleks. And they really do look fantastic. They look lovely when you've got a couple of them together. And like I said, it makes for a really nice army builder set, because I think both of those earlier sets, the SFX one and the earlier Forbidden Planet one, they were quite tricky to get hold of. And especially later on, those Davros sets go for a lot of money. So this is a really great way to pick up those missing Necros Daleks if you missed them the first time round. And like I said, they look even better, and it's really good value for money. Both Daleks are exactly the same, which means the articulation is exactly the same, and it's obviously the same as all previous Daleks. So you have a swivel joint at the dome that goes 360 degrees. You've got the pivoting eye stalk. You have the ball-jointed plunger and gun stick, and of course the 3 wheels at the bottom, 2 that go straight forwards and backwards, and then the swiveling one at the front to allow for a full range of Dalek movement. That's it for the History of the Dalek sets. Like I said, this is a really good army builder set if Necros Daleks are your thing. And who knows, maybe in the future we might see a Resurrection of the Daleks set. We might get a standard grey drone and maybe a black and white Supreme Dalek. I think both of those are due a little bit of an update compared to their previous releases, so who knows what we might see next. But for now, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye-bye.